Modern Warfare has a lot of customization, a lot of things from calling cards, emblems, and the more minor stuff all the way up to weapon blueprints with unique designs and approaches to the weapon details. But among all of that, most is common, most is easily accessible if you put a bit of time in to earn items. Seldom do you have items that you see in game that are truly rare, items that are either discontinued, will be discontinued, or just downright not available for some players. Today, I want to showcase a handful of those rare items in Modern Warfare as a follow-up to our previous discussion about rare items, offering up even more that you may or may not have. That said, as we go along in this video, let me know any items perhaps that I missed from this season that you think are rare, and of course do be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all things Modern Warfare on a daily basis. But with that said, let's jump into the items at hand. The item that I want to start out with is one that is the only repeat item on this list, but it's one that I want to address once again because to this day I still get tons of questions about it either in comments or while streaming, so to address it and answer the hot topic, not really counting it towards our list, this being the 141 calling card. Personally, I think that it's perhaps the coolest calling card in the game, and I'm not really much for calling cards or emblems, but this one is pretty cool to me. Donning a digital intel sort of design, it's actually designed after the very method in which we got it, by having a physical metal plate that was used in the pre-promotion for Modern Warfare's multiplayer reveal back in late July and early August. For press and media that attended this event to gather footage and then to put out on their channels, whether it be here on the YouTube channel or websites like IGN, Kotaku, Game Informer, and the like, part of our physical invitations came with this metal card. That metal card then came with instructions on registering for the event and as well registering the card itself with your Call of Duty account as well as Snapchat account. Once registered, the card would allow us to view some cool things with Snapchat AR or augmented reality filters that would display coming intel for the game, some dealing with the reveal, some dealing with seasonal intel and the likes. It's been updated a few times since we actually got it, and we featured it here on the channel a couple of times, but along with that, when we registered it with our Call of Duty accounts, it credited our accounts with this calling card. So if I were to guess, I'd say that less than 300 of them are out there in the wild redeemed in this manner, but it was also extended out to a promotion with Adidas and a competition there to which the winners of said competition, a total of 50 people, also got credit with this calling card on their account as well. So to my knowledge, I think this is actually the rarest of items in Modern Warfare with an incredibly limited quantity that, truth be told, I didn't realize that I'd even gotten it the way that I did until about a month or two after the launch of Modern Warfare. But anyways, if you're curious about the calling card, that's how it's obtained. But now for the new items in discussion. First, let's talk about something that's rare currently, but later on throughout the season will kind of diminish down a bit in terms of rarity, then perhaps maybe will become rare again once Season 3 kicks in and you can no longer earn it. That being the FR56 Codebreaker blueprint. This blueprint is obtained for hitting the max level in Modern Warfare's second season, that being rank 156, once you hit 155, and then cap out that rank. At that point, you've completed the seasonal grind outside of officer challenges in your battle pass, and when you do this, it's going to grant you the Codebreaker variant, which to me looks pretty clean. It's not as flashy as the silver metal build of the M91 Warhead from last season, but certainly looks to be, I think, better than the M4A1 OG. But the variant comes kitted out with the Forged Tac Ultralight Barrel, the GI Mini Reflex, the FSS Tac Wrap Stock, the Fast Melee perk, and the 12-gauge Deputy Underbarrel Shotgun. The nice part with this build is that it's more for aggressive players. It's already built out to help you with that Forged Tac Ultralight Barrel and Tac Wrap Stock, favoring ADS boosts. I'd swap out probably the Shotgun and the Fast Melee, but other than that, the build is honestly quite practical on a weapon that is worth using in my opinion. So while it's rare as the time of recording this and will become rarer as time passes after Season 2 concludes, it's a functional item worth working towards, so grab that while you have the opportunity. Next, let's talk about something you can take advantage of currently but won't be able to for all that long, that being the Gunfight Tournament rewards. The Gunfight Tournament system is a limited time mode that pitched you against plenty of other teams in a 4-round bout to see who can reign supreme. Along with those bragging rights, XP, calling cards, and things you end up getting for your placing, if you're on the team that ends up eventually winning the entire tournament, you can get what is a rather rare item of the MP7 Riptide variant. Not gonna lie, it's a pretty cool looking variant with a gray paint job and a dusted spray finish with a hint of a caution yellow, but functionally the attachments I'd use aren't really these ones, so as a result, it may change the outlook I have on this weapon, but the base of it's pretty cool. Overall, the gunfight tournaments don't last too long, this introduction lasting longer than the first time, which was only 4 days when it was first introduced, so you have about 11 days or so to get this max reward, and in that time, not many people out of the grand populace that is Modern Warfare's player base will end up getting this, so get it while you can. The next item that I want to talk about is one that's rare, but not as rare as it will be as time goes on, and also is actually right now a little rarer than it should be. That being the Mighty Mushroom Calling Card. Introduced to the Season 2's update in 1.14, the Mighty Mushroom Calling Card is awarded to players who have gotten a nuke in Modern Warfare, a 30-gun streak, and with how some maps, modes, and playstyles go, it's a solid feat. Previously, before this calling card, there really was no reward for those that were interested in showing off that they had gotten a nuke, but the downside and what makes this a little rarer as of right now is the calling card isn't retroactive, meaning that if you got a nuke before Season 2's launch, you would have to or will have had to obtain one after its introduction to earn the calling card. If you got one beforehand, it didn't count towards it. So it's something that many players right now may not have achieved since the launch, but as time goes by, the rarity of this will diminish until it's a relatively common thing, though truth be told, I say common as in probably like 10 to 20% of players may have it. So overall, it's still something that you can brag about, but it won't be as rare as it is on day 1 of Season 2. After that, another item which is rare is the now Season 1 Completionist Emblem. During the 70 days of Season 1, players were tasked with 100 challenges in their officer challenges, and if you completed them, you got awarded with an emblem that displayed however many you completed in the denominations of 10 challenges. If you completed all 100 before you actually got awarded the emblem, it was static, but now it's actually changed over with Season 2 to now be an animated emblem, adding a little bit more flair to the customization of each player's icons. While perhaps not as rare as some items out there, it's certainly one that you can't earn anymore, but also showcases the dedication to the game that you put into mastering the various avenues of Season 1's offering. That said, in the same vein, the current Season 2 Officer Challenge Completion Emblem is also on that list of rare items, currently really rare, but will dip as the season progresses and more people have time to not only rank up and unlock all of those challenges, but to also complete them. So for those that do have it right now, it's probably one of the rarest things out there. But with this again being a new introduction, like the FR56 Codebreaker variant, it'll again become less rare as time goes on, but is pretty rare right now. Following that pair of emblems, I want to talk about another blueprint in the mix here as we can talk about, that being the MG34 Lucky Strike. A mission challenge reward that's rare because of the gauntlet of challenges that you have to complete, mixed with the nature that it's brand new, and as well, it's a PS4 exclusive mission challenge, making it the only mission challenge that is exclusive to PS4 as of Season 2. Now right off the bat, this of course disqualifies 2 of the 3 main platforms and thus a large population of players from even having the chance to get it, thus making it rare right off the bat. But the gauntlet of the challenges is kind of all over the place, tasking you with doing some really polar opposite things with different playstyles. The 7 challenges include getting 10 Kingslayer medals, calling in 25 kill streaks, playing 3 matches of Infected, destroying 10 vehicles, capturing objective flags 20 times, getting 35 kills with your secondary weapon, and getting 30 shotgun kills. So from taking down the best in the lobby to earning streaks, to playing a party mode, to playing the scrappy engineer, to playing the objective and using a sidearm, then being a CQC player, it really takes you all over the place for this matte blue finish on a gray carbon design for the MG. What I do find kind of funny though is that out of all of these challenges, not a single one is LMG oriented. I mean, I guess you could say the destroy 10 vehicles is, but I'd go with a thermite or rockets before I'd even think about touching an LMG. So it's a quirky little detail that I noticed, but overall I think this one is honestly pretty awesome looking, even though I don't necessarily use the MG34. But anyways, a cool looking addition to our list of rare items. After that, we'll talk about something that was actually earnable up until as of this morning, but with this video going live, it doesn't seem to be the case anymore. This pack of customization items are smaller things, the max being a calling card and a token for 1 hour of double weapon XP, but these being the Prime Watcher emblem, the Restless Sleeper spray, and the Hard Landing animated calling card. I'm not going to include the double weapon XP token in there in this bundle since you can find those elsewhere, but these 3 smaller items of customization were part of a partnership deal with Twitch and was awarded to those who watch their favorite streamers for designated hour increments, upwards of 4 hours for those who had their Twitch account linked to their Call of Duty account. We saw similar rewards given out for Season 1 and presumably we'll continue to see some stuff given out for future seasons, but these were nice little rewards for simply just hanging around streams and supporting your favorite content creators, which, no shame plug, while it's over, I do still stream on Twitch, though not quite sure when the next one will be, maybe Friday, maybe this weekend, but make sure to follow me over on Twitch as well, which will be linked in the description below. But anyways, the next items of rarity to discuss now come down to the discontinued items of Season 1. Firstly, let's talk about the Tier 99 reward of the Ram 7 Corruptor. I'll be honest with you, I have absolutely no idea how much you or the next guy watching this video could have been playing the game. It may not be all that rare to you, maybe you completed it, but for plenty of players who didn't complete their Battle Pass, who maybe picked the game up later after Season 2, which surprisingly I saw a handful of comments about that in the last week or so, just here on these videos about people picking up the game after Season 2, whatever the circumstance may be, where they didn't get this said blueprint, it's now gone for good. Unless, of course, you do have it. But the awesome looking black and white Ram 7 kitted with the forged tack Eclipse barrel, the tack laser, the holographic sight, the XRK close quarter stock, and the sleight of hand perk was available with Season 1's Battle Pass, but is now gone for good. And this one is honestly really cool looking, and I do hope that as many of you guys watching this have this as possible, but the window of opportunity to earn this has since passed, so making it something that is locked off and no longer something growing in number. I can't imagine they end up selling these at any point, but unless they do, that number now is finite and is rarer as time passes. But in regards to the same mannerisms, the Holger 26 Gilded is also in the exact same situation. Another late in the Battle Pass reward at tier 85, you would have been rewarded with this variant. I think it's an equally cool, if not cooler than the Corruptor variant. A gray, brown, white, and gold ornate beauty, this came equipped with the 5mW laser, the Merc foregrip, the 30-round magazine, the stippled grip tape, and a fully loaded weapon perk. Perhaps a little bit more obtainable though, since this was roughly 14 hours less of in-game playtime to go on in your Battle Pass progression compared to the Corruptor, but this one may just be a tad more common, but again, no longer is out there in the wild, so if you have it, you're among the lucky few in the mass populace. Maybe not as rare as the 141 calling card, but still rarer compared to the casual playing base. And the final thing to talk about here to round out this list is actually just the operator of Mara. If you picked up the game after Season 2, as it stands right now, you don't actually have any opportunity to get Mara. Now, this is of course the least rare of the items here in this entire list, but for anybody that played Season 1, you should have it. But again, if anybody picks up that game afterwards, right now there's not any way to get Mara. Now, a little disclaimer here, again, this is the least rare, but also something that will be changed in the future. Studio art director Joel Emsley did confirm that operators will be getting new updates and new outfits in the future, thus allowing players who missed out on Mara in the Battle Pass and subsequent unlocks, and at tier 100, they'll be able to have the ability to unlock Mara once again. So that one's kind of a tentative one here on the list, but is going to round out our list of items that are rare here as of Season 2 with Modern Warfare. So that said, that's where we're going to wrap it up. I'd love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. How many of these do you have? How many do you wish you had? Or what do you think here at this list? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, but hopefully enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you drop a like down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Modern Warfare. Updates, news, information, tips, tricks, all that good stuff we got you covered here on the channel. So if any of that interests you, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss a single thing. If you guys also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Practically live on both those. If you guys want to strike up a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. Mine's been Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.